Hello guys and welcome back once more to Civil War 2. Right then, so with our movement into across the river into Maryland, it's definitely brought some interesting options to the table, as well as some particular complications that may arise. Now, I'm taking a look at the city here, the Annapolis garrison of 204 power. It is something of an annoyance, however, there are some ships here that I could try and capture. If I was to take Baltimore, I could try and capture the Scouting Squad and the USS Masidata. Or if I was to take Annapolis, the USS Hartford. Now, I don't know if this is an actual ironclad. If it was an ironclad, that would be ridiculously good for me, and I need to sign out to Steam, as I forget every time. There we go, signed out. Signed out there, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, that is something that we do have to look into. Of course, we are struggling over here, as I just can't seem to get him out of danger, which is a bloody pain in the arse. He would be there in 7 days. 7 days, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's irritating because there's way too many troops here. What do we actually have here? We have about 5,000 men, and then we have some cavalry. Well, looking at the Indians, I can't combine him for some reason. Oops, there we go. Though he is a leader. Right, supply ranger Indian. Okay. Let's take a look. So we have the fort here, which is something that I need to take take into consideration. I'm going to want to burn a lot of these forts so the Union can't use them. Which I should have done from the start. I didn't realize you could actually burn them, to be honest. Okay. So we do have some rangers over here. If we had a second group of rangers, we could probably take on that force of cavalry. I believe we will have men coming from the south fairly soon. Yeah. Our industry is growing in the south, in Texas. Okay, so we do have some forces available now. Yeah, sharpshooter. That's interesting, actually. Huh. They're just regular... Oh, no, but they have a trait. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, well. How many men do we actually have here? We're about 2,000 men here. So that's going to be more than enough to take them out. So we'll go on the offensive. We'll drive these men out of Texas. Right then, so we do have these forces here as well. Let's see. I suppose I could do with sending some more rangers to the north. And then I could use those for offensive operations against the Union. Bloody hell, they move quickly though. Set an ambush. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. 13 days. Yeah. It's going to be 13 days no matter what. I'll take these rangers as well. They'll be used later to defend the coastline, if indeed there's any attack. I mean, if they can be up and down that far in about 13 days, I'm sure they'll be able to get to where they're needed. So, I have a choice here. I can take out the cavalry here. Like so. Well, like so. And that does affect the power of the staff, but it also reduces the malice that we have. So that's quite good for us. You see how the power rating has gone up? Yeah. So we'll put the 10-pounder cannon back into here. Now the problem is I don't want to cross the river. So I'll do it over here instead. Actually no, this force is sufficient to take that out, so that's something I shall do then. Yeah, if we can do that, then that's removing 2 problems in 1, isn't it? Okay. Damn, I would like them to go back, but I can't. Okay. We have a militia force there. We'll have them cross the river and cross over to here. Then have them meet up with this force here. And then if we can destroy this force here, that'll be quite a little victory. It's not the strongest amount of Union force, but it is a Union force nonetheless. Okay, so Shelby's forces hold up here for the time being. I had great things in mind for Shelby. Then again, I could actually set out. They do have some cohesion. I could try and save this. So I think that's probably the best thing to do. So if we destroy the fort, then hopefully we'll be able to move. Okay, move this way. Right, that's going to take 36 days. If I evade combat. Then again, we do have a decent amount of cavalry here. We could probably deal with that force as well. Okay, this is interesting. There's a lot of different things going on here. Right, we'll go on a conservative attack. If we go on a conservative attack and attack this force over here, we could try and destroy this infantry brigade, which I think we should be able to manage. I mean, we do have like 3 times their strength. Then that would free up these cavalry to help in the battle over here, and to deal with this cavalry force down here. So with that dealt with, then we'd only have the forces in the north to deal with, and that's not too difficult. We'd be able to do something with that. Right then, so we have all the forces down here, the European Brigade. I'm already training some troops over there, so I'll instead send a European Brigade over to Richmond to help comprise a force to drive back this general over here. Right, 54 days, fair enough. Well, with it being 54 days, is it not better to keep it in the theatre where it's going to be useful? So I'll do that then. Instead of going to Richmond, Virginia, I could indeed send you north to help take St. Louis. Or at least try. Okay. Well, we do have a leader over here, so I'll send him there. 28 days. Right, we do have our leaders here, obviously. Yes, right, okay. Can't combine them, but I can combine them. Okay, so that force is now very well commanded. Okay. As well have it sent north then. If we can assist the forces in the north, then we'll be able to hopefully achieve a victory. And then the way to St. Louis is more or less open. There is quite a number of forces between us and St. Louis, but I will be able to deal with them in time. I just want this force out of there. I just can't escape. Just really do my head in. That's 41 days just to travel there. 13 days. 42 days. God damn it. We'll see if we can get them there. Defend and retreat. Yeah, we've been effectively cut off for the time being with these forces, which is a bloody big shame. I should have made more of an effort to bring them out sooner. Though I did think they'd be able to retreat. I just didn't anticipate such force following them. Okay. No, that's actually 4, isn't it? That's not bad, actually. Right then, so we do need to recruit some HQ units. Not ships. There we go. Okay. So we're going to need these to be able to help our troops. Some extra supplies could be quite useful, but I don't particularly need them right now. Okay. We do have some war supply. How much would it cost us to recruit another infantry? Well, infantry company, brigade, whatever the hell you want to call it. Right, so Mid-Atlantic infantry. Wow, 30 war supply. That's a hell of a lot of war supply. To be fair, I do need these. If I can recruit them now, then that's a hell of a lot better than in the future, where I'm not going to have the time. Okay, some extra cannon is very much needed. So I can, well, maybe. Yeah, okay, I'll pick up some extra cannon. I'll have this round of recruitment as basically trying to shore up my numbers. Okay. So what I'm going to do, actually, is if I can take Baltimore, depending how things turn out, I'll leave a skeleton garrison, maybe just a couple troops like this or something like that, just the militias, and then potentially just scorch the earth here, just make it hell for the Union to retake. That's the idea. Right. Improve the development of Richmond. Not entirely sure how the development affects things. I haven't really looked into that system. We were sending the ironclad up the river, weren't we? Yes, the CSS Manassas. That's good. If we were to capture another Union ironclad, that would be fantastic. And I do need to deal with this fort at Monroe. I definitely do need to deal with that. Okay. There we go. The CSS Sumter. Huh. Interesting name. Right, we do have Wise's Brigade, actually. Interesting. I mean, it's not enough to be able to drive that back, but it would help. How many men is here? This is like, yeah, this is like 4,000 men. So I will send this force to, well, actually, it would take 5 days to get there, so if there's going to be any battle, it's going to be too late. And it would definitely make up a good, strong force. The only problem is we don't really have a leader in the area. Or we will do at some point with Holmes. How long would it take you to get to Richmond? Right, 32 days. 32 days is not bad. So what I'll do then is I'll send this brigade over here, or whatever the hell it's called. Would it be faster by River? No, it wouldn't, actually, as we don't have enough movement points. So I'll send them there. They'll be there in about 5 days. I just want to make sure I have enough strength to hold here. Okay. So that's a few of our moves planned then. War production. We're actually doing pretty damn good. We're producing a lot, and yes, right then. So our inflation is at 4%. So if I was to use 2 morale, I could reduce it by 1. But, I mean, what do I really need the cash for right now? I mean, there's a lot of these options here, but I'm doing fairly well. So I can just hold on to that morale for the time being. It should help with a lot of things. Right then, so we're hoping for a breach in the settlement over here. There's no way we can dig in any further. How are we dug in now? We're at only level 1 entrenchment, which is kind of bad. I would have hoped that we've been at a higher level entrenchment by now, but I suppose we've only been there a short amount of time. Okay, so we're sending that force there. Hopefully they won't engage in any combat. Retreat if engaged, but just make sure you get over there. Now, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the rails. Could I cut the rails here? That is such a... Oh, okay, fair enough. Right, so if I head into that region then, if I cut the rails there, that will make it harder for this force to move, and it'll make it easier for me, as there is a river here. So if these men were to get into this region here, hopefully not engage the garrison, but they could try and dig in, and then I could reinforce them here. That would put... DC is effectively shut off at the moment, and they will be further shut off in time. Right then, so we're going to go and end the turn. Hopefully things will go as I hope. We're not going to see any too big of an upset. And those troops have gone into offensive mode, which is not something I wanted. Brilliant. Ah, dear. Well, we'll have to see how things turn out. As Johnston in Baltimore is obviously... he's open to attack. But to be fair, we do have a way to retreat, so that's good for us. It just depends on what the force in DC is going to do. Because there's still a considerable number of men in Washington, DC. It's just what are they going to choose to do. So I decided to cut the rails at Leesburg just in case the Union tries to break out of there, I don't know. It might slow them down, but at least... well, they do have a rail connection there, that's the thing. I don't want them to be able to establish a new rail beachhead, I suppose you could say. As if they were to take Leesburg, they could try and transport troops up there a hell of a lot quicker. And the thing is, they could have troops from the other side of the country going there in a few days, and that's something I want to avoid. And I'm not doing anything in Leesburg, so I'll cut the rails there, it's no problem for me. Okay. So I'm hoping our cavalry detachment will be able to capture a few of the towns, like Dorchester, Somerset, Kent, and... well, I wish they could capture Newcastle, but oh well. Then after they capture the few towns there, I'm going to send them further up the north, and I'm going to have them basically cut as many rail lines as they possibly can, and that'll slow the Union down a hell of a lot. Right, so the force in Manassas is about 2,500 strength. I don't believe they are... oh no, hello, what's going on? Right, so they're going by train. What's going on here? This is interesting. Right, okay, that's a bloody shame, as I can't get those men out anyway. Bombarding those forces. There's a hell of a lot of Union force up there. Ah. Only a small militia force, nothing to care about. Right then, so there was about 2,000 men here, that's impressive. Right, so begins the, well, what was this, the fourth battle for Manassas? So he's gone for, wow, a 404, Mr. Benjamin F. Butler. Ah, wasn't he leading the force in Alexandria or Washington? I think it was Washington, wasn't it? Not too sure. Right then, so there's nothing really I can do against this. It's just a special battle plan that cannot fail or be countered. But it doesn't have any benefits, really. What's interesting is that we outnumbered them in everything. So let's see what we could do. Mass fire. Interestingly, I don't have any options for grand artillery. I really don't know what battle plan to go for here. Infantry countercharge is obviously quite nice. I mean, we do have the graded... we won't... I don't know, actually. We'll see. Prepare to withdraw. High reserve. Call reserves. Guardier counterattack. Now we want to reduce the frontage, actually. So I'll reduce the frontage. As, yes, we're obviously going to be at a disadvantage at the start. Now I'm hoping we're going to have our reinforcements. And hopefully by counterattacking and reducing our frontage, we're not going to take as much of a battering as we don't have as many troops on the front line. Whereas they obviously do have more troops than we do. So that's the plan. I really don't want to lose this battle. I hope Beauregard does not lose this. Ah, the reinforcement brigade has arrived because this is the 8th day. So that's pretty good then. I suppose it was a good choice to make then. We're going to see reinforcement troops. Reinforcements? Please? I need those reinforcements. Oh god, I need reinforcements. I'm going to lose this battle, aren't I? What the hell happened there? There's all those reinforcements, yet they were not committed to the battle. Okay, so that's an interesting bloody turnout. Ah, Beauregard, you fucking tears. Where were the 35,000 men? We should have outnumbered them. What the hell happened? Right. CSS St. Mary? Oh, okay. I just don't think they were committed to the battle, were they? And we still have a good... Well, we have a solid strength here. Evans' brigade was mauled. I have no idea what happened there. I mean, we lost the battle, but we didn't lose it badly. Wow, these HQ support units do have a lot of... Bloody hell, medical service, signal, and training master. They give all that? That's incredible. Dearie dear. So they did take control of the area, but... Yeah. Okay, go into defensive. Destroy the rail. Interesting. We didn't really capture many of these towns. Right. We don't have any breaches in Baltimore yet. Okay, go offensive. Right, so it could be there in 2 days. 3 days, 5 days. Then if we can get there in 10 days, that'll be good. We can try and cut the rails. Then I'll head north and try and capture these towns. It'll just be a general pain in the arse for the Union. But that's not good. But the thing is, we really didn't lose much. At all. Like, how many men do we have here? We still have 16,000 men here. What are you commanding? That's a bloody powerful... Whoa! 537. He should have the more powerful force. Yeah, look at that. Put them in together. Is this the amount of experience they have? That's a higher average cohesion. Well, obviously because it's... yeah, okay. So we'll keep the more cohesive troops together. Now, is it... yeah, these are conscript infantry. So that's interesting. Yeah, these troops have more. So we should go for this then, so we can build our numbers up. So conscripts need to be replaced by proper infantry brigades. Okay, there we go. So the army's strength now is 18,000 men, so that's a lot better. So we're going to hold here, we're going to destroy the rails. Still no breach as of yet. Okay, give them the second supply wagon. Now I could head a little bit further north to Chester, and I could try and destroy the rails of this force here. This is 1,200 men. Then again, I would like to try and secure this. But then again, do I? Do I want to do that? Because I don't have the necessary strength to do that as such. And their forces are over this side of the river, and I could do a reinforcing them, I suppose. So I'll move these men over here. Then again. I'll move them there, then. If we can reinforce here, and try and make something akin to a stand over here. That will be good for us. Right, so we're at level, well, we're entrenchment level 2 then, so that's decent. Can't entrench any further, he's at entrenchment level 4. How long until this support unit is finished? It will be 38 days. Okay. Right, so he stopped over here. Wow, okay. That's going to be something of a challenge. The rails have been rebuilt. Fantastic. Well, that's definitely given us some time. I could use these cavalry to try and recapture these towns. And try and cut them off from supply, basically. Yeah. Yeah, if I can get the cavalry in here, there's a few towns I can capture. Okay. So we're going to form some troops up in Richmond. Or do I? Because there's about 5,000 men here. And they could be used elsewhere. Well, let's think about this. How many is in here? About 450. And in this, about 1,200. 1,200 plus the cannons. So if I was to get this force of, hello, what the hell? I can combine them? I didn't know I could do that. What? That's a thing? Seriously? I'll have them separate just in case it gives any malice. Right, okay, I've got to check that now. No. Because they're different. Interesting though. Huh. No. What? When did that... What? When could I do a divisional command? What? What? When was that a thing? What the hell? It's not 1862 yet. Okay. That's a thing. An artilleryman, though. That's so good. Okay, he's 2-star. I'm confused as of now. Intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay. What do you have? Just a single brigade.